You know what's crazy? Internet. You know what's even crazier? $3 Wi-Fi adapters on eBay.
Where that came from?
So as you're all probably aware, gaming requires an internet connection. Now, until the early 2000s, the only options you had were either an Ethernet or a phone line, both of which are wired connections. Wi-Fi came about, and suddenly it became a godsend to people with laptops, netbooks, and mobile devices. To be able to connect to the World Wide Web from anywhere in a home was extraordinary. Back when I had my eMachines XP computer, the only access to the internet that I had was through this thing. This little Netgear wireless and dual band connector. This thing cost $30 at the time, I believe, and I got it at Walmart on sale. Just a reminder, these are $3. I figured it would be a good idea to make a video about it, including its raw performance, as in statistics, as in up and down, and then in gaming, just to see if it actually compares up to my regular gaming experience. I was going to attempt to plug in the wireless dual band into that as a reference point for these, however, I could not get it to work. Now, obviously, any Wi-Fi will never match an Ethernet connection, and I'm going to be comparing these two Wi-Fi adapters to my Ethernet connection. As you can see, we have eBay adapter number 1 and number 2 in the left and right respectively, alongside the Ethernet at the bottom. And right away you can see that Ethernet's winning hands down, and that's really no surprise here. Adapter number 2 appears to be pulling slightly ahead of adapter number 1. Now, it should be noted that my router is actually through 2 floors, so this is actually a pretty good stress test of what these things are actually capable of when you put them to their max. So, as you can see, number 2 is performing way better on upload than number 1, but in an almost as good as my Ethernet actually, which is quite impressive. As you can see, adapter number 2 pulled slightly ahead of adapter number 1, still nowhere near the Ethernet though. Though in both of their upload speeds, that's actually very close to what the Ethernet provides. So, based on my current uploading experience, if I used these, I wouldn't be far off from what I'm used to, which I suppose is notable. So, yeah, now on to gaming performance. So as you can see, the ping counter is pretty low. The ping counter is actually extremely playable. Ignore the frame rate, that has nothing to do with the actual card itself, obviously. But as you can see here, the ping is totally fine. On to the next life, the ping remains pretty constant. It's a very stable connection when it comes to gaming, I've noticed. And I played through a couple maps that I didn't record, but I played through those as well. I played on a 2-fort map for a little bit, and everything went very smooth. Well, as smooth as a 2-fort map that you're losing on and horribly can go. Overall, it went very well, and I was very impressed with the performance of this. So yeah, overall these things aren't bad, but aren't that great either. The performance you're going to get out of them is what I'd expect from an old 2003-2004 Wi-Fi card. Granted, it is to be noted that I am 2 floors away from my Wi-Fi router, so that could very well have something to do with it. I would have cross-compared with my old Wi-Fi adapter. However, the Ethernet performance gains in comparison to the old Wi-Fi adapter were actually quite small. So the fact that this is only getting about 4 megabytes down proves that it isn't that great of an antenna. If you're building a budget computer and you really need a cheap Wi-Fi adapter to get you out in a pinch, these will do the trick. And don't feel the need to buy from the same seller I did either, because they're generic. They also come with a mini software disk. I haven't needed it, however, because as soon as I plugged the Wi-Fi adapter into my computer, it functioned perfectly. I don't know about other operating systems, but I do know that you probably won't need this if you run Windows 10, which is what I'm assuming most modern gaming builds are going to use anyway. Maybe besides 7. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. No, I won't. Yeah, I haven't stopped the camera yet. It's a shitty outro. I need to come up with something funnier. I know. Alexa, play All Star.
All Star by Smash Mouth.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna know me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well,